yourself you like, unless there's a law against it.
That's right.
Yeah. If you're official, it's different. You can only do what the law allows, and you're also bound by the negative laws. It's one of the first lessons the policemen learn. Never try and get somebody to do something unless you can, because you'll get found out. Because of various checks and balances. Between arresting somebody and going to Crown Court, there's something like 20 levels of supervision and checking, and then there's a jury to make a decision. So it really is impractical to get away with anything. So if they arrested me for not paying my council tax, I say fine. In fact, I'd rather arrest Tina actually. And the reason is because of her eyesight problems. She's on a lower income, so she gets legal aid, whereas I have to pay for it.
John, what did Blair actually do to the act of treason?
What he did was he repealed it. Part of it. I'll explain about that. The Magna Carta Society used to go on about the Treason Act 1795, and Mr. Blair repealed it. Treason is a common law offence. The first Act of Parliament covering treason is the Treason Act 1351. I'll send that to you. The Treason Act 1351, and that's a classic example of the way an act should be. What it sets out is the preamble is the problem, and here's the new rules. And the preamble to the Treason Act 1351 says, heretofore, the exact meaning of treason was doubtful. We'll clarify it by passing this act. And it means compassing the death of the sovereign. And it's in two senses: physically killing the sovereign, or killing them in a legal sense. Yeah. So you're no longer king.
As now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, as far as the sovereign is concerned, I bet there are people in this room that think she's out of order as an individual.
Yes.
Yeah. However, there's a legal fiction that the Queen can do no wrong.
That's right.
So you go for her evil counsellors.
And she can't be a judge in her own case.
That's right. Yeah. So you go for her evil counsellors. So whichever slimy official, I mean politician, but I repeat myself, caused the problem in the first place, is the one you go for. And as far as you mentioned, you can't sit in judgment of your own cause. One of the rules of common law is no man may sit in judgment of his own cause. There's a Latin version. In my skeleton argument, which you'll see online, I was going to argue that the magistrates' court is the Queen's court, because you remember I made a big fuss. Oh, behind you, look behind you. Oh, it's a big crowd. I don't want to give away. This is a common law court, and you're acting in the name of the Crown. The Crown can't sit in judgment of its own cause. It's the Barons' Committee that decides, and that's what Magna Carta says. Once the Barons' Committee has been invoked, then they decide. And what they have is a constitutional convention, and a constitutional convention is a parliament without a king. So if you go and read the Declaration of Rights and the Bill of Rights, which you can now find online, they tell the story. Okay, and what they say is it's 1688. James II, Stuart King, tries to impose divine right of kings, the way they did the Stuarts. The population say, well, I'm not having that. And a Barons' Committee is formed, and 25 barons decide it's out of order. It's indicated by bishops, strangely enough, probably because when Magna Carta was first published, copies were sent to all the churches, and copies running.
And the list of signatures at the bottom,
yeah.
The first top half, are all bishops and religious people. Then come the barons.
Yes, that's
that's
right. Yeah.
God's law, barons' law.
Yeah. So come 1688, history repeats itself. King's out of order. What should we do? We'll invoke the Barons' Committee. Then we'll go to the next in line, and the next in line is Mary, daughter of James II. Now, she was married to William of Orange. Women's lib wasn't a big issue in those days. If you owned a woman, if you married a woman, you owned her, and you owned her title as well. Now, it suited William because he was fighting Catholic absolutism in France and Spain at the time. So the bishop sent a letter across, and William writes back saying, "Good plan. Yes, I'll have some of that." And then he justifies his actions. And there's a document which is in the National Records, which is now online, and I'll give you a reference to it. And it's called Reasons for Appearing in Arms in England. Now, I don't believe in spooky things, but I'll tell you a story. For months, Tina's been on me to go to Brixham in Devon. And she went there when she was a girl of 5. And she was a little girl with long blonde hair, strangely enough. I put it off, and then we eventually got an invitation to go to Brian Gerrish's place in Plymouth on the Friday. So we camped in the car, like we do, because we're We're having our second childhood. And came to the car and we went to Brixton, and it's overcast, and there's a fish and chip shop, and the sign's flashing. Have you noticed that drunks are attracted by flashing signs like kebabs and fish and chips? We were the same. So going to the chip shop, and Tina's sitting on the bench outside on the seafront, and there's a statue, and she asked me what it was, and I saw a word on the side, Drake, and I said, it must be Sir Francis Drake, and thought nothing of it, into the chip shop. And I'm sitting waiting for my fish cake to be cooked, and a little girl, aged about 5, with long blonde hair, and a pet dog is outside. Now, I've been discussing things with Brian the night before, and I thought, what's life going to be like for her if we don't get a grip of this situation? Okay, so there she is, playing this dog, completely innocent, doesn't know what's coming. And the clouds parted, and a beam of sunlight came down, and first of all it illuminated the man on the statue, and then it went down to the description. William III landed near here, 5th of November, 1688, made the famous declaration, the liberties of England I will maintain. So I'll get the camera out and get
What town was that in?
Brixton 11. Okay, and lo and behold, our trial was on the 5th of November, wasn't it? So God's on our side, obviously. So that's a small thing, but that happened. One other thing I will share with you, but Tina and I for about 2 months have been having bad dreams. Now, I don't normally have bad dreams, but we've been assured by people like Carl, you know Carl, don't you? Carl Sims, if you go for us, little chap with grey hair. If the other side believe in Satanism, they will try it on, and they will think bad thoughts, and they'll stick pins in dummies and what have you. We both had aches and pains and bad dreams, haven't we, recently? And I'm sharing it with you because it's happened. It's an effective fact. Now, I don't know what the cause is, but of course it goes towards the theory that they're up to no good. This lady, they agreeing. Yeah. Because we don't believe in it, it shouldn't happen, but it is. We get, apparently what you imagine you're in a glass bottle, similar to a light bulb, and you radiate violet light, and the surface of the bottle is silver, so nothing can come in, and you see them off. So the reason I'm saying that is if it happens to anybody in this room as a result of what you've learned this evening, I'm giving you a tool for what it's worth, and it'll be like a scientific test, won't it? Because 2 in the room have had it. The lady there understands what's going on.
Have you heard of black tourmaline?
No, what's that?
It removes negative energy. I've got one in my bag.
Okay, it's a stone, is it? Okay, fine. Yeah. So there we are. I thought I'd discuss this on the way here with Tina. Shall we share it? It seems to be a time has come. I'll buy myself one. Gentleman's holding his hand up there.
Do you happen to know if Mike Burke's case, which I think was in 1998, about the right to bear arms?
I do. I was there. I was in court with him.
Ever reported?
Yes. Yeah, I've got references.
Was he couldn't get the text, the
Yeah.
words, the overture.
We've got them. The question.
The reason why
Yeah.
it was not allowed to
Yeah,
bear arms.
we've got them because Smith and Burnell do the court reports. They wanted money. Mike couldn't afford that stage, but £300 was a lot of money in those days. But it's now online, and I can point it towards you. The question was the right to bear arms case in 1998 that started off the Magna Carta Society. So I'll put that on the web as well, so you can all see it.
Which web are you talking about, Sean?
We'll create a website. It's easy. We'll create a blog. I'll show you how to do it. The justification the judges used in 1998, what they said was, statute can repeal common law. They said they're blatant about it. Yeah, they're blatant about it. Judges Gibson, Henry and Montmoret are on my list.
As I understand, you can only change the Constitution for the betterment of the people.
Yeah, and that's what a Constitutional Convention is about. A Constitutional Convention can change the common law with the consent of the population. And a Constitutional Convention should be representatives of the whole kingdom. So if you read the preamble to the Declaration of Rights and the Bill of Rights, it says the constituents of the Parliament have been assembled, previous MPs from the previous Parliament, wardens of the Cinque Ports, aldermen, and so on, all sorts are assembled. Because going back to 1215, you interpreted it according to the conditions at the time. It wasn't just lords who were barons, everybody was a baron. All the principal citizens were barons, rather. And free men too. So there we go. Right, well I've covered a lot of ground. I hope I haven't caused confusion, but if you watch the video, and I'll give us some references, I'll put them on the website so that on the blog so you can find them. And we're now an expert group, aren't we? And you've got some homework. It's go and see if you have bad dreams, because it'll prove the bad guys are up to no good. Okay, any more questions?